On this week's episode, host Jon Wertheim talks with poet and author Rowan Ricardo Phillips about his new book, The Circuit, A Tennis Odyssey. On the Beyond the Baseline podcast, Sports Illustrated executive editor, Tennis Channel commentator and host Jon Wertheim takes fans between the lines with tennis commentary and exclusive interviews with the top players and newsmakers on the ATP and WTA tours. On the latest edition of the Beyond the Baseline podcast, host Jon Wertheim talks with Rowan Ricardo Phillips. Never miss an episode of Beyond the Baseline. Click here to subscribe. An award-winning poet and a sports writer for the Paris Review and other publications, Rowan Ricardo Phillips joins the podcast to talk about his new book released in November 2018, The Circuit, A Tennis Odyssey, which chronicles 2017 as seen through the unique prism of its historic tennis season and the pivotal moments that captivated him. From the Australian Open with the revival Roger Federer vs Rafael Nadal and all the way through to the end of the season at the US Open, Phillips discusses why this year in particular was so significant. He also talks his inspiration behind the book, what he learned about tennis and himself through examining this particular season, how tennis touches the world in many ways and much more. Listen below and subscribe to the podcast on iTunes or on Stitcher. Check back next week for another episode of Beyond the Baseline.